Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we are going to be doing a video that I am so excited about. This is a video that I've dreamed of doing for years, but I never thought I would actually get the opportunity to do it, and that is every single release of the Hasbro Republic Gunship. Now, the Republic Gunship is my favorite vehicle from all of Star Wars, and the Hasbro version of it is one of my favorite Star Wars collectibles ever, and that's why I had to track down all 7 releases. I don't typically do that with anything else in my collection, but this is a vehicle that is so special to me that I felt like I had to do it. I've never honestly seen any other images or videos covering all 7 releases of the gunship before. Doesn't mean it's not out there, I just haven't been able to find it. So I kind of really wanted to take the opportunity to show off in detail, a little bit about each one and what makes each one unique, when they were released, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. The first gunship we're going to be taking a look at is the Attack of the Clones version. Now, this was released all the way back in 2002, and it's the first time that we ever saw the Republic gunship released for the 3 3/4 inch line. This basic, mold serves as the base for all of the other gunships. The majority of them are basic repaints of this exact same ship. There are some variations, and we'll talk about that later, but this is pretty much what you get for all of them. As you can see, it's got the slits in the doors and the half open cargo area, as well as the open arch here on the side. Now, one thing that is very interesting, I think, about this particular vehicle is the original price point. From what I was reading online, these things retailed for between $30 and $40 USD, which is absolutely amazing. I can't imagine Hasbro releasing this for anywhere near that now. I suspect it would be well over $100 if it were released at all, maybe even closer to $200. So one thing that is sort of interesting that I think kind of spawned from the lower original price point are all of the add-on pieces that were released for these gunships. There are a ton of them that either, figures that are specifically meant for these vehicles, little turrets and things that you can clip onto it. But there are honestly so many of those that I think I might just do a separate video later discussing all of the add-on pieces standalone. So kind of an interesting thing. I definitely think that this is the best place to start as well for Hasbro, just your basic plain Republic gunship, and I think that they did an excellent job with it. Up next, we've got the Command gunship, which was released in 2003, and I suspect that this one was released because of the popularity of the first one. It's basically just a repaint of the original gunship. The colors are slightly different, as you can see. It's got black and red instead of the green and red. But overall, I think that this one looks good. You'll have to let me know down in the comment section below. I couldn't find any examples of this exact paint job in the movie anywhere that I could find, but I might have just missed them. So let me know. I don't think it's a screen accurate version. But let me know down in the comment section below. Overall, it's just a basic repaint, but I think they did a nice job, and it adds a little bit of variety to the lineup. Not all of the gunships need to have the same paint job, and I think that this one does a nice job of making a plausible paint job that could be applied to one of these gunships. So overall, pretty cool, I think. Alright, the next gunship in our lineup was released for Revenge of the Sith, and it's another instance of Hasbro just repainting that same basic mold again, but this one honestly is very, very striking in my opinion. It's got gray as the base for the body instead of kind of an off-white, and I think that that really makes it stand out from all of the other ones. One thing I will say is that I don't think that this is a screen accurate paint job. Again, I don't think it's ever been in, any of the Clone Wars or the movies, anything like that. Let me know down in the comment section below, though. I'd be interested to see, where they got inspiration for this one if you can find it. Overall, I think that this one looks amazing, and this one I think is one of my favorites of all of the releases. Not just because of the paint job, even though I think it does look awesome, but because this one was also given to me as a gift, and it was the first one that I ever got. So it's something that really means a lot to me in particular. But overall, a really, really cool version of the Gunship. I think one of the most interesting paint jobs of the ones that we will see in this video. In 2006, we got the release of the Toys R Us exclusive Tiger Shark Gunship, and this thing is amazing. Again, it's just a basic repaint of that original mold, but I think it really shows off how a basic repaint can totally change the personality of one of these vehicles. Now, this thing is obviously based off of the original Tartakovsky Clone Wars, and I think it kind of represents one of the most iconic versions of the Republic Gunship. I mean, honestly, how could you not love this design? It looks amazing, you know, especially with this huge mouth on the front of the ship. I think it looks awesome. And I think that's kind of why this version is, you know, a lot of the times more expensive than a lot of the other ones, just because it looks amazing. It's one that's actually on screen, you know, in the TV show, and it looks amazing on top of that. So even if you weren't familiar with the TV show, I think that this is one of the versions that you might want to track down. If you just like cool toys or you love the Republic Gunship, definitely this one is worth checking out. In 2008, we got the release of the Walmart exclusive Lucky Leku version of the Republic Gunship. And again, this is just another basic repaint of that same old mold, but this one has got the, let me see if I can get it without the glare on it. There we go. The pin-up Twi'lek girl here on the side. It's actually on both sides. And this is just a really cool version. This is actually featured in the Clone Wars. And they obviously took inspiration from the kind of World War II bombers with the pinups on the side, and I think it gives it a lot of character, and it's especially cool that it was featured in the Clone Wars TV show. Now, one unfortunate thing is that this version is often more expensive than the other ones, just because it was a Walmart exclusive, and as we know, any exclusive given to Walmart is almost always impossible to find. I don't know what their problem is, but this one is sometimes hard to track down, I think just because it is more rare overall. But definitely a really cool, interesting kind of variant on the standard Republic Gunship paint job. In 2009, we saw the release of the Toys R Us exclusive Crumb Bomber, and this one is very unique when compared to all of the other ones. As you can see, it has completely closed doors here on the side. There's no slits or anything, so this is like the space version, and then it's got these little doors here which close up those arched little doorways there, and it's the only version of the Gunship to be released with this version of the doors, which I think really makes it stand out. And honestly, when they're all closed up like this, it really does change the look of the vehicle overall. In addition to that, it does have the little crumb here on the side throwing the bomb down, which is really cool. And it also has these little flip out missile launchers here on the engines, or whatever these are, and these fire 4 missiles each on each side. So this one is definitely unique when compared to all of the other ones, just because it has so many unique parts. Now unfortunately, that makes tracking down parts for this one, if they're missing, a little bit more difficult. But when you've got it all put together like I've got this one here, it's very, very cool, very unique, and definitely one that I think stands out from the rest of them. As of right now, the final version to be released by Hasbro was done in 2013 as a Toys R Us exclusive, and this is what I like to call the ultimate version of the Republic Gunship. It's the only one to be released with figures in the box. It actually came with 3 figures. They're nothing special, but it is sort of interesting that it actually came with those, and it's the only version that came with these bubble turrets in the box. So for the rest of them, you have to buy these bubble turrets separately and then clip them on. But this one came with them in the box, and frankly, it totally changes the look of these vehicles. They look fantastic, and honestly, the other ones look kind of naked without them. So it's one of those things where this version is often more expensive because it comes with those figures and it comes with these bubble turrets, and so you don't have to track them down later. So it makes this version honestly the most expensive version. But I would say if you're going to buy just one of these gunships, this is the one to buy. This is the ultimate version. You buy it, you've got figures for it, you've got the ball turrets, you don't have to mess around anymore. And I think it makes this one of the most impressive gunships to be released by Hasbro. Now, hopefully they will do more releases. It's hard to say. They might do more repaints or just another release of the standard paint job. Hopefully. Honestly, this is one of my favorite vehicles, and it's why I've collected all 7 versions of them. It's a little excessive, honestly, if it wasn't my favorite vehicle from all of Star Wars. And hopefully they'll release more versions in the future. Maybe something like an LAAT/C with an AT-AT that you can hook on underneath it. Something cool like that would be really amazing to see. So let me know down in the comment section below. What would you like to see that's Republic Gunship related that Hasbro could release? I'd be curious to see. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys later.